Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Once again, my name is Brandon. I'm an acting coach and I make reaction videos to music performances, TV series, films, anything you want to see. I do it right here for you. I try to give you some insights from someone who has some experience, education, training in the behind the scenes aspects of these performances. Hopefully I can offer something of value to you that either you can put to work in your own career, your own creative pursuits, or that maybe will just help you appreciate your favorite music or film or series from a new perspective. I'm able to offer you, I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you so much for being here and watching with me. Today I'm jumping back into somebody that I haven't looked at in a long time. This is NALAX. This is someone who's reached out to me a long time ago before she dropped her first album and asked me to review some of the content that she was putting out coming up. And I was for a while. I fell off on that. There's a lot of reasons for that I don't really get into on this channel, but I've been trying to sort of make good on a lot of the old, obligations, offerings, promises that I've made in the past. And this is one of them. NALAX, I do hope that you guys can forgive me for having fallen off for so long from your content. I know you've been posting stuff recently. I know that you have a new acoustic album that was part of your solo album. That was acoustic version that was released this year. I'm going to leave a link to all of her content down in the description below. She is an up and coming artist out of Spain. I do hope that you'll support her. Today I'm going to be looking at an acoustic performance video of a song that she put out just a few months ago. It's called Chica Anti-Normal. I'm excited to jump into it. I haven't listened to anything of hers in a very long time, and that's just a travesty. It shouldn't happen. I am going to be reaching out to her pretty soon. I have an idea for a way that we can maybe work together in the very near future, and hopefully I can make up for some of the lost time that I've missed out on, having been sort of in and out the way I have been recently. But all that being said, thank you so much for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. You know the drill. If you're here, if you're watching this video, if you've watched multiple videos of mine, why not hit that subscribe button? It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Really helps me out a lot. So if you want to support the channel just a little bit, help me with the algorithm, help the channel grow, I really would appreciate it. Reach down in there, subscribe button, click the little bell icon to get notified the next time I upload videos, and leave me a comment. Throw your favorite emoji down in the comments down below. The engagement is awesome. It really helps the channel out as well. There are also a lot of links down in the description if you want to help the channel out even further. You can check out the Patreon, the Discord down there, engage with the other people in the community. So without further ado, let's just jump into this. This is NALAX singing Chica Anti-Normal.
Con mi onda, me puedo emprender tu cora. Que tienes que no descifro, no te controlo, mesita, te sales de lo escrito. Baby, tú, ay, 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 tú eres para mí.
Now she's smitten.
Baby, yo no me voy a rendir. Yo no soy así, princesa y no de sangre azul. Miento el alma por no ser como tú. Miento en lugar de decir, oh, que eres una chica antinormal. Sobre ti mala que tendrás que bajar, la sacudida que levantará, la flor que nace de la piedra. Una chica antinormal.
Okay. Before we get to the next verse here, so it's exactly what I was kind of hoping to get. Probably my favorite part of her voice is that a little bit more head dominant mix, a little bit aspirate, more gentle. It's a little seductive. It's a little playful. Really love that a lot. Her facial expressions, her body language, the tone of the song, the sort of message, the perspective of the narrator, of the person the song is in perspective of, is all coming from the same place. So she's got this very sort of sultry, but also like, she's talking about how like she likes that she doesn't control him and that he's strong, and I'm assuming like she doesn't walk all over him, that he's got good boundaries. He's a fully developed person who knows what he wants, knows who he is, and she really enjoys that sort of dynamic. But it also, look, she's got a bit of a predator look in her eyes though, doesn't she? I mean, she looks like she's on the prowl, like she's hunting. Very focused, very dramatic, very powerful, strong looks, certainly very feminine. And one of the best aspects of femininity is that power that comes from the ability to entice and allure and sort of command the attention of the room just with your presence, just with the strength of your sort of your spirit, your vibe. And she's got a really strong stance. She's really commanding the camera, looking directly into it, not shying away at all, very confident, loving everything I'm seeing so far. I just noticed that the flower that's born from the stone, I don't know how accurate the translation is. Some of it feels a little shaky, but if that's fairly accurate. That's a really good representation of what I was talking about just a minute ago. Strength doesn't always mean being hard. You know, there are many ways to be strong. She's really, really exemplifying that in her whole body performance right now. Look at all that action happening right there. I don't know about in Spanish, but in English, that was a little suggestive. You know, I might need to go get some water. Dude, beautiful mix. Beautiful. Love a woman who knows what she wants. Okay, love that a lot, but check out this expression on her face right here. This is kind of a really good example, just a little snippet that shows exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this sort of powerful, this really strong, almost predatory, almost like fairly aggressive look on her face here, not being shy about her feelings or her intentions at all, making sure that whoever she's talking to knows what her intentions are, knows what her feelings are, not hiding anything, not being coy, just laying it out there and letting them know, this is what I want, this is what I'm after, so you know, you need to get on board. Right there, right there. Beautiful, beautiful job. So flirty. Right there. Beautiful, beautiful job. Wonderful. Nice transition. Dude. Yo, there it is. There's that whistle note. There's that abandon watching her sort of whip her hair around, just enjoying this moment, kind of living in this moment. Really love that a lot. Camera shaking again was a little much for me, but I got the point of it. And when the transition came around, it really worked incredibly well. So that just comes down to a taste thing. I think if it were me doing it, I might have just done what they did, just taking it down from, you know, where they had it like at 100 to about 65 with the shaking and stuff. But I'm sure there are a ton of people who love it exactly the way it is. And again, the transition, when they made the transition with the shake, it worked perfectly. So that was beautiful. And then this whole section here, it's beautiful. Her voice is great. Love the whistle note. I'm always excited when I hear it from her. She's working it. She's delivering exactly the message that she's intending to. She's doing a beautiful job. Listen to that agility up there. That's crazy. All that control. Beautiful. The mic drop. Let's just drop the mic. Might as well. That was great. I loved it. I loved it every second of that. That was NALAX singing Chica Anti-Normal or Anti-Normal Girl. Beautiful, beautiful artist doing a great job at growing, learning, developing. Every time I hear her sing, she's better and better. That high note still, that whistle tone that she throws out there is really great. The control she has in it is very impressive. I love her vibrato. The messaging in her music is really cool and consistent. I think she does a good job embodying the text, the messaging. I think that she communicates really, really super well with her eyes and her facial expressions. And from what I understand, there's no training there. It's just a very natural instinct. Actually, if I can kind of go off about that for just a second, whenever someone is or does seem to be very natural or have a very natural ability to communicate non-verbally, to emote effectively to an audience or to a camera. It's not an easy thing to do, and it's not a natural thing to do for most people. But when it is something that's natural, what I've come to find is that it's less about someone being like a savant at acting or being a really great actor just naturally with no training. And it's more about someone being really committed to what they're doing and having an uncommon willingness to be vulnerable, to sort of expose themselves, expose their emotions, expose their intentions, to really let themselves just express openly without allowing any kind of fear of judgment or ridicule hinder that process. It's really a beautiful thing to see. There is a ton of technique and a ton of skills that can be learned that can really enhance someone like that. A person who has that ability, which is something that you also do try to teach. It's very difficult though. That's one of the harder things to get through because it's not something that you can teach everybody. But a person who already has that has a ton of potential, both as a performer or as an actor, whatever they want to do when it comes to performing arts, anything that involves emoting to an audience, communicating and connecting with an audience, they have a ton of potential. So that's probably the most exciting thing for me when I watch Nahlax perform, is that she does seem to very naturally open herself up, expose her heart to us, and just kind of let us experience these moments with her, at least without allowing any fear of judgment or shame affect that process. She really does, in a fairly fearless way, give us access to her whole heart when she performs. Okay, so that was Nahlax once again, and a fairly new music video. She has some more content out. Again, she released an album last year and an acoustic version of that album earlier this year. If you want to check that out, I'm going to be reaching out to her because I have an idea of how we can possibly work together in the very, very near future. I would very much like to sort of reconnect with her and rekindle that friendship that was growing. I was really grateful that she reached out to me in the first place. She's very gracious, and probably my favorite thing about her beyond her music or her artistry is her kindness and her generosity of spirit. She's a very admirable person, and I do miss our discourse. So I'm going to reach out to her, and hopefully you guys will see something from that pretty soon in the next month or so. But until then, thank you so much for being here. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, do all the things. Check out the Discord, Patreon, different ways to support the channel in the description if you do want to help me keep this thing going. Holidays are coming up. It's going to be a busy time for me, so look forward to a bunch of content coming themed, if I can possibly make it so, over the spooky season and on into the holiday season. But for now, I'll just say once again, thank you for being here. And please remember to always be kind to each other. And most importantly, be kind to yourself.